as I'm trying to film this, somebody is currently attempting to parallel park outside my bedroom window really badly. We live quite near a driving test centre, so we have people up and down our street all the time parallel parking. I don't even know why they're parallel parking where they are, because it's across somebody's driveway. Anyway, the reason for this video is an Ask Me Anything to celebrate reaching 1,500 subscribers. Not a lot to some people, but you know, I'm really chuffed with that. So thank you everyone who has subscribed already. If you are not already subscribed, then, you know, be nice if you did. So I asked on my Facebook and my Twitter for questions, and I'm going to go right ahead and answer those now. On Facebook, Amy asked, which 3 people would you invite to your dream dinner party? Alive, dead, real or fictitious characters? I kind of have 2 answers to this question. 3 people that I would really, really love to have dinner with are my grandparents. They all died before the kids were born, and I would just love to sit down with all of them, with Grandma and Grandad and with Grandma H, and just chat to them about life really, and let them see how things are, how I am as a proper grown-up with 3 children and a house and a husband, because they didn't see any of that. They knew that I was having Ben. Well, my grandmas did. My granddad died a little while before that. My grandmas both knew that Dave and I were expecting. I was really worried that my grandma would be terribly disappointed in me for getting pregnant before we were married, and I didn't dare tell her. So my mum told her, and she said, well, it's about time. I don't know why they haven't done it before. And I think we were all so shocked by her answer. But yeah, I would love to have dinner with them, and just, yeah, it would be nice. And then the other side of that is, you know, the more celebrity version of it, where I would clearly have David Beckham just because he's hot. Somebody funny, I don't know, like Jimmy Carr, or somebody really offensively humorous. Ooh, and a third. Davina McCall, I think she'd be really good fun to have dinner with. Or maybe Chris Moyles. Davina McCall, Chris Moyles, and David Beckham. There you go. Either that or my grandparents. Both entirely unrealistic options for dinner. So the next question is... Gabriella on Facebook asks, what am I reading and what are the kids reading? Ben at the minute is reading Billionaire Boy by David Williams. It is probably a little bit grown up for him. It's kind of recommended for age 9 and he's only 7.5, but he's a really good reader. And I think what we've kind of agreed with him is that he reads it downstairs and sort of shares it with us at bedtime, so that we read it with him, so that we can talk about any themes or anything that come out, or things that he doesn't understand. Like, I had to explain to him what page 3 girls were and what the word git meant. But that's what reading's about, isn't it? It's about learning new things. So he's reading that at the minute. The girls are... Chloe tends to take whatever we've read for bedtime story to her bedroom. Her reading's coming on really well at the minute, but she's not quite at the novel stage like Ben is. I am reading, I'm going to have to check because I don't even know what it's called. I used to read obsessively, like a book a week, and in recent years I've just been terrible. I just don't read anymore, but I'm trying really hard to use the Kindle app on my phone. And I'm currently reading About Last Night by Adele Parks. I was trying to get the thing for you to see that then. Can you see that? Anyway, yeah, About Last Night by Adele Parks, and it's easy. It's not going to broaden my horizons or teach me anything. It's just an easy read. I'm also still reading Cherry Healey, Letters to My Fanny, which I'm kind of just reading in bits because I don't really want it to be over. I love Cherry Healey, although I do prefer her on telly to reading her, I must admit. Okay, so those were my questions on Facebook. Twitter, at Nick Plews. Nick is an old friend of mine, and his question was, who decided that pigeons couldn't have shoes? Which really made me giggle, because it was a reference to something Nick and I used to joke about a lot when we were younger, and I'm talking like in our early 20s, about shoes for pigeons and something to do with owls. I can't really remember how it came about or why pigeons should or shouldn't have shoes, but anyway, it amused us for quite a long time. Let's see what's next. Beth at Twinderelmo on Twitter asks, what did you want to be when you were little? A teacher. Always. There were occasional blips in that where I quite liked the idea of being a probation officer, or I can't really, I just wanted to be a teacher. That was it. That was all I was ever going to do. She also asks, if you could go anywhere in the world, where would it be and why? I don't know. I'd really like to go to the Maldives with Dave and have kind of like a very belated honeymoon, because I just think it looks beautiful. I'd like to go to New York because I want to go shopping and explore. I'd like to go to Africa and see actual real live hippos. Lots of places. I haven't really travelled that far at the moment. I'm kind of saving that one for later in life, I guess. At Paige Wallbank asks, the best and worst thing about being a parent. The best thing about being a parent is those 3 kids, isn't it? Of course it is. They're amazing, and Dave and I made them. They're ours, and I'm so proud of them all the time. They're ace. The worst thing about being a parent, a lack of time to yourself, I guess. At the minute, I'm feeling very pestered by them all the time, like. But I think that's partly because we've just been off on Easter holidays. Time to yourself to think and be on your own. I don't get that very often anymore. On Twitter, at Didsbury Girl asked, have you ever eaten a chocolate starfish from Greggs? They're delicious. I don't know I haven't. Are they a thing? A chocolate starfish is something very different to me than something I would be able to eat from Greggs. Anyone else ever tried one? Didsbury Girl also asks, who's your favourite person called Jane? Well, you are. Of course you are, my love. And at Didsbury Girl was clearly having a crazy moment when she was, do you want to smell my finger or this cheese? Cheese or finger? The cheese, love. I'll smell the cheese, thanks. And finally, at Hodgepodge Days asks, should Dave wear more lycra? That's debatable, love. At present, yes, he should wear more lycra because he has a bike ride to train for and he's not doing any training. Yeah, when is it? June. How long? He's got about 2 months to get up to being able to ride 70 miles on your bike, love. And at Hodgepodge Days also asks, what is your favourite thing about each of your kids? Amy, I think, is just that she's so damn cute. It means she gets away with stuff, but she's just so easy to be around. She's really affectionate and she's really lovely and just generally very cute. Which clearly won't last, will it? Because, you know, she's not going to be 3 forever. Chloe, I love how hard Chloe tries at things. She really wants to please. She kind of has this thing where if she can't do it, she might give up quite quickly because she feels she should be able to do it straight away and she doesn't want to get things wrong. But yeah, generally she's really well behaved and just wants to get things right. And Ben, it's his mouth. It drives me absolutely crackers because he does not shut up. But it's just me and Dave in small person form. Just the things he comes out with, his sense of humour, the language choices that he makes. He keeps us entertained. So yeah, definitely his gob is probably my favourite thing about him. And that's it. That's all of the questions for this Ask Me Anything. If you have questions that you would like me to answer, then you can tweet me, leave those on Facebook, drop them in the comments below, and we'll film another Ask Me Anything at another time. For those of you who asked questions, thank you very much. And don't forget to subscribe, and let's get to 2,000.